Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I was just having a little bit of a sort out. I've got some chipboard here, just a random bunch of chipboard, and I was sorting out my little pots because they got all sort of like muddled up, stuff everywhere. So I'm sorting those out because I've moved my desk around a little bit, and this one I popped my glue upside down and it's leaked all in the bottom, so it looks really messy now. But I wanted to make something to put my pliers on because it's just taking up space in these little sort of like holes at the moment. I can't put anything else in them, so that's my aim today, just making a quick little make. Now I was thinking of doing it, I saw one of these ages and ages ago, I think it was out of wood. And it's like a little triangle and you just put your pliers on top like that, and it's so easy, I think more so than where I've got them, so they sort of like sit on like that. So that's my idea. So it's just a quick little sort of random one today. This was a piece, I think it was about, let me put these pieces out of the way, I think it was a random piece, which is, what's that, just under 4.5 inches, which is about 11 centimeters by, this is about 8.5 or 21.5 centimeters. So that's what it would be. Now I'm just wondering whether to put, how to put the bottom on. So if I do it like that, and that sort of like holds quite straight or quite well. So okay, so that would be 4.25. That would probably be about right, wouldn't it? So they sit on there. I don't want them to wiggle around. I think that's what is a bit frustrating, is when they wiggle about. So let's see if I've got another piece on here without having to cut too much. So we want it about 4.25. Sorry, it's a little bit of a random one today. What's that? Oh look, actually that would fit quite well, wouldn't it? If I just cut a piece off there. What do you reckon? That might do it. Do you think that would be about 4? I'll do it like that. That works. Let me just get, have I got a pencil? After tidying up, I need to find a pencil. So if I mark that there, that'd be 4.25, do you think? Let's have a look. That is 4.25, so that should work, shouldn't it? And I think I will just sort of tape them together, just with a little bit of the this craft tape, and then I might just sort of like pop a little bit of digital paper on it. I've got a little random folder with some in. Let me just find that, just if I can cut. It's quite thick, this chipboard, so that should do it, shouldn't it? Let me just tidy that up a little bit. Just fancied making something a little bit sort of, I don't know, something a little bit different. I wasn't going to video it, but I thought you might like to see how I make it, if you see it sort of sitting on my desk. So let's just tidy that up, take all those pieces into the bin. Which way does it go? Sort of. It doesn't quite fit, but I'm just thinking that goes on like that. Perfect. And then I might just, I know it doesn't quite fit, but I don't need it to be perfect, but I might just put it on with a piece of tape, if I can get the tape off. Let's just pop a piece of tape like that. Shall I decoupage it first? Collage it first and then put the tape on. What do you think? I might do that, and then I can just tape. I'm going to tape a little bit across there as well. I think but I'll pop some paper on there first, and then this will be, if the pliers are going on and off, it won't sort of rip the paper, will it? Let's do that. Let's do that. So I've got a random folder with things in. I don't want anything too sort of bright, do I? Quite thick, just a little bit. That's quite pretty, isn't it? That's quite pretty, yes. Let's have a look. Well, I've got that bit. That's a bit too plain or too pale. Or just in tea stain paper. That's going to go upside down. Maybe we'll use that piece. Or a flowery piece. Oh, I've got a little bit of music paper. Oh, let's have a look. Let's see. Let's see. A little bit of music paper either side. Or should we have some pretty? Oh, that's pretty. Is that going to fit? It will fit because we're going to have a piece of tape across the top, aren't we? And this is just sort of like going to be a bit randomly in between. Okay, I'm going to use that piece, I think. Shall I? Where's that other piece gone? Did I have another piece? That piece is quite nice. Because this is going to show underneath, so I could just put that underneath, because those two go quite well, don't they? Shall I do that? That's what I'm going to do. I shall do that. Let's just stick it down with a little bit of glue. A little bit of glue stick on here, I think. Oh well, if this works, next time, if I need to do one next time, I might need to do a bigger one. But I just wanted it for the pliers that are sort of on my desk. I do have a drawer full of pliers, but I don't really want them all out on view because I don't use them enough. I just want the ones that I actually use. Oopsie daisy. Just the ones that I use out on display. Let's just put this down. It's quite nice just to make something anyway, isn't it? Do something a little bit different. Use up some of my scrap bits. Not sure whether this is going to actually work 100%, but we shall see. That looks quite nice anyway. So what shall we do with this one? Shall I just cut that? So this needs to be, going to just make sure we're on the edge. Do a little mark on there. That's about right. It's about right, isn't it? Should I just cut this one in half? Where's the middle? Okay, so that should be okay for a minute. I put it like that. Let's go this way around because then we've got more of the flower like this. What do you think? And then, because this big piece of tape then can just go over the top. I know it's a bit brown, but then the not going to rub so much, is it? If you know what I mean. When you put the pliers on and off, it should be okay. So this is just chipboard that I bought. I've had it a little while now. It's just what I picked up from the craft shop. But I think you would probably use cereal packaging or something like that. Just pop a couple of layers together. I'm just going to try and straighten it up a little bit. You can always cut little bits off. You can use a little bit of cereal packaging or something to do this. I think I can measure this. Let's just have a look. I think it's like about 2 millimeters. It's not very thick. But you can also use, I tell you what, if you've got like a drawing pad, watercolor pad or something like that, on the back you get the sort of card, don't you? The thicker card to hold the pads together. That's this type of card on here. So you can use that. If you've got one you can sort of like take apart. Or just take the back off. There we go. What do you think? That's going to look quite nice actually, isn't it? There we go. Should I chop that? Didn't cut that very well, did I? I don't think this piece of card is completely straight. There we go. Lovely. Now, if I put this over here, does that look straight? Do you reckon I'm going to bend it, or should I have bent it first? That's okay. I think that will be all right. Probably won't be very neat underneath. Cut these little bits down. Then we can just tuck them in like that. Whoops. Okay, what do you think? Do you think I should have done it better? That's it. That looks alright, because then that just sits on there and that's not going to get too... If it was just paper, I think it might get a little bit ripped, mightn't it? So then that should realistically go on there, shouldn't it? Let's see. Oops. So let's just... Don't want too much on the bottom. But we want enough to make sure it's going to hold tight. So this needs to go this way, doesn't it? Is that the longest bit? I think it's pretty square actually. That's right, isn't it? I think that's right. Like that. And then I put the other bit like that. That's it. That's it. Does that fit? It does fit. Not quite, does it? Do I want that? Does it need to be further away? No, it needs to be like that. Perfect. Okay. Right. I'm going to cut this little bit off. Because, oh gosh, not easy to do. I don't want those pieces poking out the other side. Oops. God, I'm making this look easy, am I? Should really get my smaller scissors. Not quite level, that is it. But that's okay. That can be tucked under. Do you think I need a bit? I think I might need a bit across there. What do you think? Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's put this. We don't need that little bit. Okay. Oh. That on there like that, and then let's hope this will fit it in. How am I going to do that? Like that, and then that comes over. There we go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, isn't it? I just want this to be, my pliers to be sort of like out of the way, if you know what I mean. So let's see if that's going to work. That bit can tuck under out of the way. There we go. There we go. That's pretty good, I think. What do you think? Not the nicest looking, I suppose. I suppose I could paint it. But that's not bad, is it? To stick my pliers on. That can go. I've got 5 pairs that I use like that. And I think that looks pretty good. I suppose I could put something inside, couldn't I? Can you see? What do you reckon? Well, I've got my little, let me put these to the side. Look, I've got my little, I wonder if I could have a little pot or a little tray in there to put my jump rings in. I suppose you could do that, but I'm liking that as it is. So that can just sit on my desk, out of the way. That means I've got to clean this one up, because look at the state of it. And then I've got that to use without sort of like taking up too much room with the pliers. So there we go, guys. Nice, quick, simple, really. Very, very basic. But I thought you might like to see me make that. So I thought it was pretty good. So it's just a little triangle, basically, isn't it? So not a lot of measuring in it. Not fabulous, but I think this will hold that on quite well without having them rip the paper, and I think it looks quite nice. Fab. All right, guys, well, thank you so much for joining me. Please stay safe, take care, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye bye.